Hey, Jared has a special topic he's going to bring up.
We do. So today we've got the 10 richest people currently in prison.
Oh, the jail noise you made.
Yeah.
Welcome to the closing table with the Money Guys, Sidney Young and Jared Parrish. This episode is being brought to you by Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com, your source for real estate investment funding. Now, presenting the Money Guys. All right. Sit down. Okay, stand up. You especially, front row. Hey, welcome to the closing table with the Money Guys. My name is Sidney Young.
And Jared Parrish.
We're the Money Guys, and we got Yo money. Hey, we're broadcasting live from downtown Houston, Texas. H-Town. A lot going on in Houston, man.
I know.
Things
are opening back up.
Things open back
People
up.
are burning their masks.
Check it. Man, Houston's dangerous, dude.
It's like the bra burning in
This
the 1960s.
is like, are we at the 50? Okay, 3 months and a quarter of a month into the city of Houston, whatever.
Breaking down the months by fractions now?
We have over 100 homicides in Houston already. Over 100.
We're not in competition with Chicago. Come on.
Dude, I'm scared to even freaking go outside anymore. What's a man to do?
Hey, man, I think what is it? 9,000 people every month around the world die from stairs.
Stairs?
They're falling down the stairs.
Why do they fall up the stairs for?
They don't fall up the stairs. They fall down the stairs.
Oh, that's an old police term. Never mind. Hey, and then the other thing going on in Houston, guess what? Your quarterback be throwing more than the ball.
Oh, really? Is he going to be?
That's the sound.
Is he going to be here next
cell? Man, Deshaun Watson got 20-something women suing him. The police are looking into him. Dude, he was getting more than massages, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. So if you knew that all you really had to say was that he touched you inappropriately and you were going to get a couple $1,000,000.
Man, you could have got that last week when that guy. Oh, never mind. That's a long story. Never mind.
You said we wouldn't talk about it. Okay.
Sorry.
But we've also had some interesting homeless entertainment lately.
Oh man, we got a lot of homeless people in Houston.
Public urination all around.
Man, they walk around out there. They feel like they gotta go.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
They do number one primarily, but at night they leave traces of number two.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful where you step in the mornings around here.
I know. It's like, what is that, ceramic? Oh.
Nope. Yeah. Anyway, we've had crazy stuff going on down here. It's just a new shirt. No big deal. I get another one. No big deal. We had crazy stuff going on in Houston, man. We got all the drama from Deshaun Watson. We got the homicides going crazy. It's just life in the third largest city in the United States.
Now, and I'm going to give everyone some good news. I've been reading a lot of different reports, and the real estate market is on fire.
Dude, it is like crazy,
man.
It's doing
fantastic. Dallas, Jesus, they can't even.
San Antonio, I got a call from San Antonio earlier.
Yeah,
dude, you got to stand. Your home goes like that.
Yeah, same thing in Dallas. I mean, these homes are not staying on the listing service for more than a day.
Boom, they're gone. Which is making it harder for you wholesalers out there. Not the true wholesalers, the ones that say they're going to buy it and then they go flip it off to 10 other wholesalers.
Yeah, we're running into plenty of those.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the guy that goes down to the Lamborghini dealership just to take a couple selfies and then put that on his Facebook profile and says, I'm a baller.
Why you got to talk about me like that, huh? You could at least wait till we went off air, huh?
You know what? I think even if you did have that in your budget, I don't think you'd buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a Lamborghini.
No.
You know what I want? I want another CLS 550, man. Black in color, my shades on. That look cool?
That's it. Yeah, those fingers look just like sunglasses.
Hey, guess what we're going to do today? Today, Jared has a special topic he's going to bring up.
We do. So today we've got the 10 richest people currently in prison.
Oh, the jail noise you made.
Yeah.
Do the jail noise.
So these guys are hearing this sound on a daily basis.
What happens to their money when they go to jail?
That gives me the chilly willies, man.
But what happens to their money when they go to jail?
Well, it depends on what they did. Some of these guys had their assets seized. Some of them will put it into a trust. So
you can't put $10 million in the jail commissary, can you?
You know what? I don't know. You probably know better than I would about what the maximum limit on commissary is.
Dude, I don't know.
In, man. I got ramen for days, bro.
Oh, the ramen.
Any of y'all need some soap, deodorant? I got you.
I put them in there. I don't know what happened to them once they went in jail.
Right.
But, okay, so who we got?
Man, can I get some dental floss? So we're looking at 10 guys. So 10 millionaires, basically, millions to billions, currently in prison. The first one is the actor Michael Jace.
Never heard of him.
So Michael Jace was on The Shield. He was on, he's been on a number of different things. I think he was in, anyway, he's been on a lot of different movies. Net worth, $1 million.
Nah, broke.
According to celebrities, yeah, it kind of is. But his conviction, murder.
Who'd he kill?
His wife.
It's an accident.
Actually, following a domestic violence report, as well as Jace's own 911 call, in which he stated, "I shot my wife." When police arrived,
I should have done that.
Yeah, when the police arrived, they found Jace's wife, April, dead from a gunshot wound. After being questioned by the police regarding his wife's death, Jace confesses to the shooting, and on May 20th, 2014, Jace was arrested and booked for murder on June 10th.
Circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, confession. Circumstantial.
Yeah.
That was the circumstance of the moment. Yeah, I did it. And he was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. Jeez. Now, his oldest son overheard Jace saying, "You like running? Then run to heaven." I was like, that's not really a, it's like, you in the movies where you have a villain.
Run to heaven.
Yeah.
What does that insinuate?
Oh, he killed her. Just kapow.
Oh, okay. So what happened to his $1 million?
His family has it now. So, I mean, when he went into prison, he was worth $1 million. But a lot of these people, I mean, they know the ins and outs how to protect their assets.
Well, now he better protect his assets.
Yeah, the assets. Yeah, it's going to get.
Okay, so that
was going to make the whole week joke, but no. Anyway, so that was Michael Jace. So he's definitely hearing the.
Warden.
So number 9. Now, you say currently in jail. This guy just died.
Oh.
In January. Phil Spector, 80 years old.
He died in prison?
He died in prison. It was worth 35.
Weird, man.
Yeah, that guy was whacked out.
He killed that lady just because he wanted to see what it's like to kill someone.
Yeah, well, see, back in the 60s, I mean, he's been a record producer since the late 50s.
Yeah, but he's on that acid, whatever that crap was.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he probably took a whole shitload of different drugs.
Another long-haired dope smoker.
But, see, with him, when he was younger, he was a shorter guy. Yeah. And he got picked on all the time.
Yeah.
He get beat up, whatnot. When he became an adult, one of the first things he did was bought a gun.
Oh, really?
Always had a gun on him. And I mean, he had the Napoleon complex. So
he was weird.
He wanted to have that power. So he would walk into recording studios if the musicians were giving him shit. He'd fire a couple rounds off in the air.
Really?
Yeah, he commanded that authority. So anyway, through his whole life, I mean, he's threatened a lot of people. He's been in and out of courtronooms, a lot of times getting off.
How much did he have?
$35 million.
Damn.
That's what his estate was worth. Now he was found guilty and he was sentenced to life. So he killed actress Lana Clarkson, and she was found in Spector's home, shot in 2003. Witnessed the testimony. Diane claimed that she too had been threatened by a gun and by Mr. Spector, and in an attempt to intimidate her to have sex. Typically, if you're worth $35 million, it shouldn't be that difficult to.
Oh, look at Deshaun.
But look at Charlie Sheen. He went through all that.
I think you get like too much money and too much fame. It's almost impossible to have relations with a woman.
Yep.
Or man.
yeah. Then it was a man after that, and so ever since 2003, Mr. Spector has heard.
Breakfast, right corner.
You know that too well.
Breakfast, right corner.
All right, number 8, Martin Shkreli.
Never heard of him.
I like the fact that this guy is currently hearing this beautiful sound.
Oh, Marty? What Uncle Marty do?
So Martin Shkreli made headlines in 2015 when he was arrested for securities fraud.
Oh, poor Uncle Marty.
Now, he was a pharmaceutical CEO. He bought a pharmaceutical company, and he was eventually sentenced to 7 years in prison back in 2018. His specific crimes included defrauding investors in his hedge funds out of millions of dollars.
Ponzi scheme.
No, it wasn't a Ponzi scheme.
Oh.
I mean, kind of yes and no. Because a Ponzi scheme is you're paying your investors with the new investor dollars, and you just kind of keep that flow going. So he got all these people to pay in money to do investments, but then he just wouldn't pay them back.
Oh.
So that was just fraud. That was just straight up fraud.
Oh.
So he was taking money from them. But the big thing that this guy did, so he bought the pharmaceutical company that was making a life-saving AIDS treatment.
Oh.
Okay? And there's a lot of people out there, horrible disease. If you don't know about it, look it up. I don't know a lot of people who don't know about what AIDS is. But the treatment, he bought the company that made it and increased the price over 5,000%.
5,000%?
Actually, 5,500% to be exact.
Damn.
So he marked it up 55 times to a point to where people couldn't afford it. Now his thinking was, people aren't paying for it anyway. The insurance companies are. So why don't I just go ahead and jack it up sky high, because the insurance is going to pay for it anyway. So what happened there is, I mean, it was securities fraud. You know, there was a lot of fraud with investors.
He was greedy.
And he was arrogant as shit throughout the entire process.
Young guy?
Yeah, he was in his 20s when this happened.
Oh.
And they asked him. He said, he said, and this is one thing that made him public enemy number one at the time, is he says, if I was given a second chance, I would have increased the prices even higher.
Damn.
It's like, wow, that cold-hearted son of a bitch.
Freaking shit, man.
I mean, the pharmaceutical industry, I mean, it's insane. Because, I mean, the whole medical industry, as far as pharmaceuticals are concerned, it's like, you don't have to change your lifestyle. You don't have to eat better. You don't have to lose weight. You just take our pill and pay for it.
What's wrong with that?
And there's a lot of things wrong with that. You ever listen to the side effects?
I try to listen to that
Oh,
stuff.
my God. May cause death. It's like, oh, yeah. It's
give
like
it to 'em.
one out of 1,000. Come on. What are the odds?
Yeah.
Or anal leakage. Remember that one with the Olindra, or what was that called?
Oh, couldn't hang it.
So anyway, so next on the list we've got Stuart Parnell.
Oh, Stewie.
Estimated net worth $85 million.
What did my cousin Stu do?
Now Stuart, this is when someone just got a little too greedy.
Stu?
In 2015, Stuart Parnell was handed a 28-year sentence for corporate food poisoning.
Corporate food poisoning.
Yeah. There were actually 71 criminal counts is what he was charged with. But there was a salmonella outbreak in 2008, and it was responsible for deaths of 9 people, and it was linked to his company. It was the Peanut Corporation of America, and in their peanut butter paste. According to CNN, peanut butter paste? Peanut butter paste. The
Peanut Corporation of America peanut butter case.
Right.
I can't say it. Okay, go ahead.
Allegedly, Parnell was aware of the dangers posed by this paste, but he told his employees just to ship it anyway. Parnell.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a tragic example of corporate greed gone too far. And from now on, for the next 28 years, what's he going to be hearing?
Peanut butter to the right.
I wonder how he's going to feel getting those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the clink.
I bet I can make better peanut butter than that. Okay, so how much money do you have?
How much money did he have? This guy was worth $85 million.
And what happens to $85 million while he sits in the porker?
It's probably his lawyers probably made sure that made it to a family trust. Because really, that's an estimated $85 million. They really don't know how much he's worth.
Speaking of family trust, these people wish they had a family trust because they're no longer in business. We'll be right back.
Bought it, Matt. You got to handle it.
If you buy something at Circuit City, then see it advertised for less, just come back. Our low price guarantee means you'll get the difference.
Excuse me? Last week I bought this.
Plus 10% of the difference.
And today I saw this. Just open the paper and there it was.
It's that easy.
That's it?
That's it.
Cool.
If they had 85 million, they'd still be with us.
Right? Time to pivot.
Time to pivot.
You start a business and the world's always going to be changing. There's going to be new innovative things. Things are going to get more competitive. And you got to make sure you keep up with the times. And some people just didn't learn that.
So we're talking about people with money who are sitting in prison. Who else we got?
So, number 6, Wong Kwong Yu.
Not Wong Kwong Yu.
Wong Kwong Yu.
You too.
You too.
No, Wong Kwong Yu.
So this guy is worth $1.6 billion.
Damn, what did Wong Kwong do?
So convicted for bribery.
Wong?
Man, I didn't know that was illegal.
Wong didn't do no bribery.
You know what? Bribery is nothing more than I'm going to pay you some money and you do what I ask you to do.
Hey,
that's
there's
employment.
a suitcase here. I accidentally left it. I appreciate you picking it up for me, huh?
Right? That was a
Don't ever go
donation.
against
If he
the
decided
family.
to do what I asked him to do, that's on him. So anyway, Wong Kwong Yu was a high school dropout who founded Gome Electrical Appliances in Beijing in 1987.
Gome Electro.
Yeah.
Is that like GE?
No, it's Gome.
Gome.
It's Gome.
Gone with the wind.
Right? He was an aspiring success story until 2010 at his arrest. Convicted for bribery and insider trading and stock manipulation, this billionaire is expected to be released in 2024. So here in a few years, he'll be able to take that $1.6 billion.
Don't think he'll need a
and
job.
blow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, if whoever's handling his affairs is investing it right, that 1.6 is going to grow pretty rapidly. I don't know if they're allowed to do that though.
No.
But I mean, I think he's in Chinese prison though.
And there, he's probably got a suite, goddamn, watching cable TV
Right.
and get a Deshaun Watson every night.
Right? Like you remember the movie Goodfellas?
Yeah.
In the prison.
Oh yeah,
scene?
yeah.
They're in there, they're cooking, and they've got steaks,
Yeah.
and they've got fish and pasta and all this.
I heard
wine.
a crazy story on YouTube last night. Speaking of mafia, I'm going to interrupt here, about Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal used to have to
You mean
pay the
Seagal?
Seagal. He has to pay the mafia a portion of his movie makings in New York. Well, he quit acting at one point, went off to be some sabbatical or whatever, and so they reapproached and said, you need to go back because we want to start making money. And he didn't know it, but the FBI actually bugged the place where they were meeting. The FBI meets with him, and they said he started going in tears because of all the threats and stuff they're making towards him. And the mafia revisited him and threatened to kill him and everything else if he didn't go back to making movies. So he had to hire a bit. Now, he's a police officer at this time.
Yeah, he's
too.
a county sheriff.
Yeah.
He's in Nevada, right?
And
Or is
yeah,
it California?
no, New Orleans or somewhere in Louisiana.
Oh, is
some
it
parish
Louisiana?
over there. You parish
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
But anyway, they were talking about how he's a police officer, yet he gets visited by the mafia, and they still threaten to kill him, and he don't do anything about it. And he has people outside his home, and it's a long story, but it was interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for him being a cop, not doing anything about it. I mean,
Yeah,
apparently
no.
those threats aren't very.
Well, the
strong.
mafia, yeah, they didn't do anything to him,
Yeah,
so you know.
yeah, no, that is. Yeah, I didn't know all about that, but I did know that he left acting, and he wanted to be a cop for some reason.
Yeah.
And then they turned that into a reality show, so he's like right back into acting.
Yeah,
again,
I
'cause-
think that time he didn't give the mafia their cut. That was part of the issue.
Yeah, that could be it.
But anyway, who else
Could
we
be it.
got?
So next on the list was Ing Lap Singh.
Where the fuck do you get these names? Ing Wap Sing.
Ing Lap Singh.
What I feel like some rap song's gonna come on. Here comes Ing Wap Sing.
Yeah, so now this gentleman is valued at $1.8 billion.
Damn, on Ing Wap
And so Ing Lap Singh from Macau.
from Macau. I bet his mama don't like that.
Not your cow, from Macau.
Well, you wouldn't name him. Let's call him Ing Wap. Oh, a cow is good.
Yeah. So Ing Lap Singh made his fortune in real estate.
Oh, all right. I like Ing
Worth
Wap.
$1.8 billion.
Oh, Ing.
Trust me, guys, there's hope. So it's reported that the allegations against him as paying the late former UN General Assembly President John Ash, remember John Ash?
Oh, John.
To support the development of a UN conference center in Macau.
Oh, Macau.
Yeah. Apparently that's frowned upon
Oh.
because he was sentenced to 4 years in prison in 2018. and further fined $1 million for his crimes.
Chump change for old Ingwop.
Isn't that sad? He had to pay a guy off, and then he had to end up paying the government to send him to prison.
It makes no sense.
That's government at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Poor Ingwop.
But from now on, at least for the next couple years, he's going to be hearing this.
He's going to be a little busy. All to the right, except Ingwop to the left.
Now, number 4 on the list is one that you've heard about on this show before. It's one of your favorites, Mr. Alan Stanford.
Oh, Alan, yeah. I remember that happened here in Houston.
Alan Stanford. Now, I don't know.
Alan Stanford.
I don't know about the accuracy of his net worth. Right now, they're reporting that his net worth is $2.2 billion.
Dude, right here, not far from us, here in the Galleria, right next to the mall and across the street from the mall, were 2 huge buildings with R.L. Stanford used to be on the top of those 2 buildings. It's probably true.
No, that his current net worth is $2 billion, $2.2 billion.
It was more than that at the time of his arrest.
Yeah, so, I mean, hey, it may be true. Now, he had 13 felony counts against him. Now, Alan Stanford became infamous for his role in creating the second largest investor fraud scandal in U.S. history. The guy made history.
You know what he did? He had a yacht.
A Ponzi
huge. Oh, yeah, but he had a huge yacht.
Yeah.
And he wanted the yacht to be 6 or 8 feet wider. So he paid...
No, longer, wasn't it?
Longer, yeah. So he paid like millions for them to slice it and add 6 or 8 feet to it.
Yeah. Yeah, remember the wee Taw did? Yeah, it's stupid.
Think about that. Okay, go ahead.
So his $8 billion Ponzi scheme was shut down in 2009 after an FBI raid.
Yeah.
The 13 felony counts that landed the billionaire into 110 years in prison.
He got his ass kicked in prison too.
Oh yeah, well, right when he first got there.
Yeah.
And but anyway, he actually did have to pay out a little bit, but the investors got about 5 cents on the dollar, which is, I mean, it's not very much, but at least they got a little something. Yeah, 5 cents on every dollar given to him. Yeah, so for the next 100 years, which we both know he ain't gonna last that long, he's gonna be hearing this.
That's decent. CR Stanford.
Shower time. Oh man. Next one on the list, number 3, Ding Yuxin.
Don't know.
Glad you don't. So this is a she.
Oh, a she.
This is Ding. Yeah, doesn't it sound feminine?
Ding, yeah, of course. Yeah,
we all know Ding.
Ding, ding.
So Ding Yuxin was the chairwoman of the Boyoi Investment Management Group in Shaanxi, China. In 2014, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison for bribery.
Well, bribery over there in that area of the world
Bribery's
is pretty...
a thing. I mean, that's how the world works.
I killed
right
13 nuns.
That's
10 months.
That's
why bribery. Want power. 100 years.
That's why people want power.
Wow.
Because that's where the bribery money comes rolling in. It's an endless thing. It's just an endless amount. Because as long as you're controlling things, people are still going to give you money.
Huge sentences for bribery over there.
Yeah. So she got 20 years for bribery. Beijing courts concluded that Ding gave railway minister, Ling Zuan, 49 million won, or roughly $7 million, in exchange for government contracts. Her company was responsible for securing 57 railway projects for clients valued at 185 billion won, or
ding, ding.
$30 billion.
Ding, ding.
So that's a lot. So, I mean, for 20 years.
Poor ding, ding.
Yeah, for a little bit of...
Right now, you know what she's doing.
Yep, I know that. So we got one more before we hit our number 1. So this one, Victor Bout.
Victor Bout. And rank number 1 is Victor Bout.
Yes, and Bout number 1.
Yes.
So he is valued at $6 billion with a B.
Not bribery.
No, this was criminal intent to traffic arms.
What's wrong with everyone needs an arm every now and then.
Now, there is a movie with Nicolas Cage called Lord of War.
Yeah.
Great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. That's about this cat.
Really?
Yes. So Bout profited from terrorists, drug cartels, and even civil war. He became well known in the defense community in the 1980s when tens of thousands of AK-47s began appearing in the hands of West African fighters. Even the U.S. government unknowingly hired Bout to supply troops in Iraq while they were searching to arrest him. So they hired the guy, not knowing it was him, and they were actually searching for him. That's incredible. He was sentenced to. I
think I know where he is. He's me.
He was sentenced with 25 years to life in 2011. Bout attempted to appeal his conviction many times. He has requested to finish serving his sentence in Russia, where he's from, and they even applied with President Trump for appeal. But as of today, he is still in prison. He is still listening to the...
Poor guy. Okay, it is time for another one that should have went to jail because they're no longer in business. Right back.
Buying a gift for Dad at Steinmart's Father's Day event is all about
polo shirts, golf shirts, cargo shorts, golf shorts.
Steinmart is full of brand name fashion and gifts he'll love to get and you'll be proud to give.
Golf, golf, golf. She's on a roll.
With savings up to 60% off department store prices.
Now all he needs is a good swing. I hope he's not watching.
Hurry in for big savings during the Father's Day event. Going on now at Steinmart. More fashion, less price.
All right, that was people who have money and went to jail. Don't know what happens to that money when you get to jail. Now, we're going to finish this show talking about something a little different.
Well, we got one left.
Oh, we do? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
We got one left. Yeah, the number one, which a lot of people are probably very familiar with.
Yeah.
Mr. Bernie Madoff.
Oh, Uncle Bernie. But he didn't have no money. It was some other people's money.
Now, once again, remember I mentioned on Stanford, it's like, I don't know how accurate this estimate really is, but his current net worth is estimated at $17 billion. Now, they took all of his assets, even the entire
his
family.
His son offed himself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did. Well,
his wife changed her
name. I don't
name.
think he was considered an asset, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's bad.
That's bad. That was a bad joke.
He's bad.
But, I didn't know. I don't know exactly how accurate that is, but anyway,
Bernie's now handing out library books.
Yeah. So he was the former NASDAQ Stock Exchange chairman.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. And he is famous for running the largest Ponzi scheme in U.S. history. He defrauded his investors for over $50 billion over 2 decades. 20 years of pulling this off. That's something. That's talent. Madoff claims that the banks he defrauded, including HSBC, the Royal Bank of Scotland, were complicit. So they were going along with it. Regardless, Madoff is the one serving the 150 years in maximum security.
Well, at least he'll get out one day.
Yeah. His scheme victimized thousands of people, including celebrity clients like Steven Spielberg, Kevin Bacon, and Larry King. Madoff hurt a lot of people, but unlike Stanford's victims, at least they've been given more financial compensation, though not all of it, sadly.
Well, I want to talk about the Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay, let's talk about
this guy has a negative $100 million net worth. Okay?
I don't buy it.
No, of course not. But obviously, he's still training people with sales stuff. I saw his material out there. He has these business camps. People pay thousands to go spend a weekend with him. And look at his story from young kid.
Well, Martin Scorsese, basically just gave this guy a blank check.
He did. It really, for the rest of your life here.
Yeah.
And Tommy Chang was his cellmate.
Yeah.
He wrote Wolf of Wall Street while he was in prison, came out, sold it to Martin Scorsese. They make the big movie about it. Gets him a lot of notoriety.
Tommy Chong actually made the connection.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he goes on, gets out of jail. He goes back to only thing he really knows how to do, which is to hustle, this time in a good way, and do sales.
Yep.
And he does corporate sales training nationwide.
Yeah, the straight line persuasion. I bought that.
Yeah.
That's actually really good stuff.
So good or bad, I don't know. If you're have that skill, that art of persuasion, $1 million persuasion, and you use it in a positive manner, it's a good thing.
And the one thing that I always hated in sales training, he started out with, and a lot of other people have done this before, was they do the sell me this pen.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Sell me this pen.
I absolutely hate that.
I'm not going to sell you a pen because you don't need one because I have it, okay?
Right.
Hey, this has been the Closing Table with Money Guys. My name's Sidney Young.
And Jared Perry, you don't even wait for the music to kick in before
It's
you start
kicking
wrapping
in,
it
man.
up.
Guess why we're the Money Guys? Guess why?
Because
we got your money. Adios, amigos.